Yo, we back at it again, but this time with my own personal experience with high school. So I just recently graduated last Friday, and basically I got finals in a week. So graduating high school, it kind of felt like it went by a little fast sometimes, but other times it felt very slow. Like towards like the beginning part of high school, like sophomore and freshman, I thought it was like going pretty slow, but then by senior year, I felt like everything went by so fast. It's just like a thing that you can like think about it yourself. Like certain years felt like they took so long, but when you think back to it, you're like that wasn't that long at all. It's because you're forgetting most of like what happened. So yeah, it wasn't like too bad. So yeah, let's get into it. So I recently graduated, and we on graduation day, I should say, that we in the last period we went outside, and not every high school did this, but we had a little like field day thing. We were out on like the football field doing stuff. I was playing football with a few other guys. I don't really know anybody. Like when I say I don't know anybody, I mean when it comes to friends, I don't have like any in school. All my friends either already graduated or they go to another school. So that's cool. When it comes to lunch, what I say is that I don't sit with anybody. In freshman year, and I think maybe sophomore, not sure about that one. The only time I sat with people in school during lunch block, yeah, was freshman year. That's when I had the most friends because freshman year I joined the esports team for Super Smash Bros. I wasn't really good at it, but I was all right. I won like maybe 2 games. Out of my whole career, I was really bad at it, but who cares? I made a best friend there and a lot of other friends. So I made a friend named Marlon who I still talk to. He was 2 grades above me, and everybody else there was like a few grades above me. There was nobody else who was a freshman when I was there. And I played for like half of sophomore year, then I kind of just got bored and I stopped playing it. That's all that happened there. Another club I joined was Media Club, where I would go in, and I honestly didn't really do anything there. I didn't do anything in Media Club. Instead, during at our school, we have this block called H block. It's kind of like you like are assigned to a teacher. You can assign yourself to a teacher. You kind of go there to do extra work or whatever, finish up assignments, all that nonsense. I would go to the media room for H block, and I would kind of just chill there. I used to have a show on the was it like the news channel? I guess I don't know. It had a YouTube channel about like news and all that nonsense, and I had a show on there. It was pretty fun to record. Around halfway through the year, I stopped recording. This was senior year, by the way. I stopped doing it though. I just didn't really want to do it anymore, so I kind of just quietly stopped. But I was told my show is one of the better ones. It was called Strange News, where I would go on and just talk about whatever. I would find like funny articles online, and I would talk about those. Like local grandmother is caught remembering stuff, and it was just like pretty funny. Yeah, I talked about like an angry iguana one time. That was so good. But yeah, there was that happened. That was really cool. I enjoyed doing that. Make sure you join a club if you can. Make some more friends because you're gonna need them. I got really lonely out there, but who cares? Another a class I had when I was a freshman, I had it was called theater arts. It was just like theater class, and it was like fun, but everybody there was again like grades above me, and so they kind of all just like graduated, and I was like, okay then. Yeah, the theater arts was like a one-time class thing, an elective. Other electives I had this year, journalism, and oh my god, dude, like 75% way through the year, I wanted to make this video just to say my journalism teacher, he ran that class like it was the Marines. He took it so seriously. Dude, if you're watching this, nobody cared that much. It was so annoying most of the time too, because like we we either had to write stories for stuff, or we would do a case study. For bid, we do another case study. It's basically like we'll look at websites of other schools, like journalism sites, and we'd have to write down like something about the art, something about the stories themselves, cool features, all this yip yap. And basically he never added any of our suggestions ever, so it was just a big waste of my time. I would just like quickly write out a story, and then I would just play games on my laptop for the rest of the class. I think he knew I was doing it too, but who cares? I think I wrote the longest story. It was about Dark Souls trilogy. It was really cool. But besides that, there's nothing else about journalism. I did do engineering, but I dropped out of that because I low-key didn't pay attention to like the most important part of the year, which was early on, so I didn't know what I was doing. So I swapped out for journalism. There's another dude in my journalism class who swapped out of it. So it's kind of like a tag team thing, except I don't know what other elective he took. So yeah, that was quite cool, huh? Anyways, any other nonsense with the electives, stuff that's not mandatory? I never took an art class because I got my arts from like cooking and all that stuff. I ended off with cooking class. It was like me and one other dude in my group of four including me and him, that were actually good at it. We're both seniors though, so now that we're gone, that team is cooked, so to say. Besides that, not a lot else. Gym class, whatever. Yeah, I started off freshman year. I was kind of fat back then. You can see, like, compare like the start of sophomore year to the end of sophomore year me, and you would see like a lot on how much I lost weight during sophomore year. That's when I worked out like every single day. I was like trying to eat healthier, doing all this stuff. And then junior year came along, and then I picked up boxing. I'm still doing that and working out. It's pretty fun. Yeah, good thing to do besides playing games all day. And so yeah, that's quite some cool things I did in high school. And then after that, I should mention about like science class. Now I'm good at science. That's one of my best classes. So I did like good on that. Sometimes I'd even like stop paying attention in bio and I'd still do it perfectly. I was best in my bio class. Not to brag or anything, but then math came along and then I was just really bad at that. Yeah, not to brag, I was just the worst at math. Because when math comes along, my brain just shuts down completely. I do not pay attention to that class at all. Like, if I have the formula in front of me, I'll do it. But if I don't and I have to memorize it, GG. So, there's also English class too, which I'm good at English, I think. I had in senior year, I had the hardest English class. Ask anybody in the school and they'll tell you that was the hardest class. But a perk of senior year is that last year, we were told that senior English is going to be split up into two. So the first semester you'll have normal English, and second semester you'll either have sports and literature, true crime, and then something else. I went with sports and literature, which was kind of a big mistake because our sports and literature teacher gave us a lot of work. I mean a ton. But I've got through it. On my finals, it was really generous. I expected like the age-old classic, the good old kit and caboodle, just having to do like read a passage and then answer 20 questions on that, read another one, answer another 20 questions, and then you have to write a 4-page like open response about the 2 articles. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense. That was my mid-year. It was not fun. But for my finals, all I have to do is write a 4-paragraph essay, which is really nice because I already know what I'm going to write about, so it's basically already done. That's going to be my first final. My second one's going to be for cooking. What is that going to be about? I don't know. So yeah, then we got, what else do we got? History class. So during history class, I'm also really good at history too. That's what I went to school and knowing I was good at. And so first year, it was alright. I had just normal, world history. Second year and third year, I had, American history 1 and 2. So, I did pretty good at those. I do miss history last year because, it was just a lot of watching videos. The dude didn't really care all too much. He was cool though. And I didn't have history this year because we have a thing called senior privilege. Basically, if you have senior privilege at the very start of the day, you get to come in early. But if it's at the end of the day, you get to leave early. See, well, that's awesome. And if it's like in the middle of the day, then you kind of just go there and just like play on your laptop, or you just like go on your phone. You can do literally whatever you want in senior privilege. You could leave the library. That's where we went, the library. You could just go wherever you want in senior privilege. Before senior privilege, though, there was something called community service, where like a student would like help out a teacher with stuff, and that was cool. But I got the better version, I guess. Senior privilege is just way better. High school is when you learn how to drive. You get to sign up for driving classes and you do all that. So, driver's ed. If you say the name of the driver's ed, like, corporation thing, whatever you want to say, if you say the name of it in my town, you're probably going to get assaulted because everybody hates it. It has like a 1-star review or something. No, it doesn't. It has like a 3-star review. But, it's not very good. Basically, all the driving instructors are just old people who are just really annoying for no reason at all. Probably because they hate the new generation for no reason at all. They'll yap about how it was better back then, or you're also privileged now. Just the same old nonsense like, yeah, okay, Grandpa, nobody cares. But anyways, most of the time they would just sit on their phone the whole time and just not say anything. They're like, alright, take this left. And then, that's all they did. So I learned how to drive, all that nonsense. I've had 3 jobs throughout high school. First one was at a grocery store, but I quit that because I hated it. And after that, I worked at Subway. Fast forward, the owner sold the store, and we all lost our jobs. We got replaced. And now I'm working at another grocery store, a better one this time. So, all that fun. Now, lastly, I want to talk about my YouTube channel because I've started it this year. It was around like 25% through the year, I'd say. I don't think it was before school. It's hard to tell now. If I just look back at my first video and see the day it was published, then yeah, I'll know. But I don't know if it was July or not. Not sure. But YouTube has been a lot of fun. I get to come home, play a game. Sometimes the game can be pretty hard to, it's kind of like hard sometimes to decide on a game to play. So like this video, I played 9 Souls the whole time. I snuck in a sneaky little Dark Souls 3 clip there. But besides that, this is all I really wanted to like do. This is all I really wanted to like do. Like I tried to play other games, I was just like bored of that, so I didn't bother to include them. I just did the boss rush mode of this, so yeah. Anything else? Yeah. I tried to do reaction videos, but I got bored of that. I started off playing Roblox, yeah, because Roblox has a lot of games on there, so I thought that would help me build up an audience, and it kind of does. I still play it sometimes, not all the time though. Anything else about my YouTube channel? It's probably because of how like glad I am that I managed to build it up this much. Getting 127 subscribers has been like crazy for me. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and I love how I can do this now. So, it's awesome. I love doing this. I hope to continue doing this in the future. And, yeah, I'm gonna go off to college. Don't worry though, college is not gonna affect my upload schedule. And if anything, it'll make it a little better because, my brother told me about, college classes, and he showed me some of his. And it's not really that bad. You kind of get like 2 classes a day, and they're like hour-long classes though. But I can get it done. I can like record it maybe before, after, maybe in between. Who knows? But yeah. Besides that, I'm gonna go off to college. I'm gonna commute to college. So commuting is like when you live at home with your parents and you drive to college. So I'm gonna be doing that. So yeah, uploads won't slow down or anything, don't worry about that. It's gonna be more fun stuff. So yeah, that was my senior year. All I have to say is I don't know why. So to finish off, I'm just gonna say that in the last period, of the last day of high school for seniors that we all like got into like one part of the building and we were gonna do a run out, and everybody was so hyped. We were all like packed together, and then these guys started saying away, 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 away. You know, they started jumping around doing that. I was kind of getting pushed, like pushed them back, and I was thinking this whole time, why are we so excited? We're going back in a week for finals. So we did the run out. We like ran out there. I was towards the front, and what I did is I immediately turned to the right and ran to the parking lot so I could get in my car and get out of there before the parking lot filled up. So that was my complete high school experience. People overhyped the last day a little too much, honestly. I didn't really like it that much. It was just like a normal school day, just like normal like last day of school, just doing nothing. And then yeah, that was it. So bye bye.